A beach offers a quiet escape, but sometimes it's where the search for answers begins. On September 14th, 2017, a teacher leaves home for school and never arrives. Hours later, her car is found near the water with her personal belongings left behind. This isn't the first time she's disappeared. It's the third. But this time, she never came back. This is the story of Hannah Upp and her disappearance that remains unsolved. Before we start, this story involves a missing person and a mental health condition that has often been sensationalized online. We're going to stick to what's publicly reported, avoid rumors, and keep the focus where it belongs, on finding Hannah and supporting the people who love her. Hannah Upp was known as the kind of teacher who showed up, fully. A Montessori educator, she was described by colleagues and friends as energetic, loving, and deeply committed to her students. By 2014, at 32 years old, she was living in the US Virgin Islands. Outside of work, she kept an active social life. Her best friend on the island once joked that it could be exhausting being her friend, because Hannah's energy never seemed to run out. But beneath the normal rhythm of work and life was something Hannah reportedly lived with for years: dissociative amnesia with fugue, episodes that can involve memory loss and unexpected travel or wandering. Fugue is a word that gets used like a plot twist, but clinically it's not a gimmick. Medical references describe fugue as a rare feature of dissociative amnesia that can involve purposeful travel or bewildered wandering with gaps in memory. It is described as a state where a person may end up somewhere unexpected with memory loss and confusion about identity or past details. In 2008, Hannah disappeared after going for a run in Manhattan. She was missing for nearly 3 weeks, until she was found alive in the water near the southern tip of Manhattan, with no memory of the missing time, according to reports. The details are chilling because they don't neatly resolve into one explanation. No clear timeline, no clear why. Just a person reappearing, physically present, but missing pieces of her own life. In 2013, Hannah vanished again, this time in Maryland. She was reported missing for about 2 days. Her purse, wallet and phone were later found, and a colleague spotted her walking in an unusual direction not long before she disappeared. Upp was later recovered from a creek in the Wheaton-Glenmont, Maryland area. She again told police she had no memory of where she'd been. 2 disappearances, 2 returns. Each time she was found near water, and then she moved to an island surrounded by it. St. Thomas. By September 2017, St. Thomas was living through disaster. Hurricane Irma struck, causing widespread devastation. Then Hurricane Maria loomed close behind. Hannah was last seen on September 14th, 2017. News reporting states she left her apartment around 8 a.m, and later her car was found in the Sapphire Beach parking area. On the beach, her sandals and clothing items were reportedly found. One report adds that a note indicated she planned to swim at Sapphire Beach and then head into work. After that morning, she was never seen again. When Hannah didn't show up at work, friends and co-workers started making calls in an attempt to locate her. Because her previous disappearances followed a pattern, search parties focused their attention near the water. The Coast Guard searched by air using helicopters. But the search was complicated, then disrupted as Hurricane Maria approached, forcing the Coast Guard to call off active ocean searching in the immediate lead-up to the storm. Afterward, additional searches were organised, including checks of shelters, hospitals and other locations, yet no confirmed trace of Hannah surfaced. Cold cases often turn on one detail that refuses to make sense. In Hannah's case, it's the stillness of what was left behind. Theories soon began to swirl. Did she drown? Could she have swum to a nearby island and started over? Or did she end up on one of the rescue boats moving residents off-site ahead of the oncoming hurricane? Some observers believe Hannah could have encountered someone harmful, especially during a period of chaos and displacement after the storms. One theory keeps hope alive for many people following the case, that Hannah entered another fugue state, confused, disoriented, possibly travelling, unable to explain who she is or where she belongs. In September 2018, an adult skeleton washed ashore on an uninhabited island near St. Thomas. The remains were too decomposed to provide identifying information, leaving investigators unable to determine who they belonged to. Even as Upp's case has slowed over the years, her mother has refused to let it go cold, continuing the search for her daughter to this day. She even relocated to St. Thomas to stay close to the effort, never giving up hope of bringing Hannah home alive and finding answers, no matter how long it takes. Hannah Upp isn't just a case. She's a person, someone's daughter, sister, friend and teacher. If you were in St. Thomas in September 2017, if you worked near Sapphire Beach, if you remember a woman who seemed confused, disoriented or alone in the aftermath of the storms, then contact the US Virgin Islands Police Department, because even the smallest detail could matter, and may help answer the question, where is Hannah Upp? If this case moved you, consider subscribing. We share these stories because time should not be what ends them. Thank you for watching.